This is actually very easy, and this is how you do it. When starting out dreadlocks, you always want to understand three things. The first thing being your hair type, and with Duke Dennis, he has a 4B hair type. He could even possibly have a 4C hair type, but anything in the 4 range is actually really easy to lock up, especially because you have every single method you can use in order to get locks. With Duke Dennis, he did choose a traditional route of getting locks, and the method he chose is twisting with gel. Very simple, very traditional way of starting out with dreadlocks, and this is considered the method. A method is just another way of saying how you start out your locks. There are other methods, just like using a sponge to create that freeform look, and there's also the way of creating instant locks with using a crochet hook. It really just depends on what you want to do with your hair. They all create different looking results, but they all create dreadlocks. But Duke Dennis does have a 4B or a 4C hair type, and he did start out with twisting with gel. His hairstylist is Penny Styles. She's also the one who created and retwisted Agent's dreadlocks, although he got rid of them already, and she really does a great job. When twisting with gel, as you can see in this clip, all you're using is a comb, locking gel, and when Duke got his locks, he did use duck clips in order to hold them down in order for them to lock up over time. And then of course, after the locking gel dries, you can take the duck clips out. If you're looking for a locking gel to use, I'd highly recommend using the Dreadlocks Maximum Hold Locking Gel. It is a vegan product, and it also has no sulfates, no parabens, because when twisting your hair, you want to use a maximum hold locking gel, not a generic one. Although Duke does get retwists, and with Duke starting out with twisting with gel, he also does maintenance with twisting with gel as well when he does retwists. Twisting with gel is a very effective way of making the locks look very neat and well put together, especially over time. Even if you have frizzy locks or if you have a lot of new growth, twisting with gel eventually is going to look really good. There is one downside to twisting with gel, and that is that it takes a little bit longer to lock up, but that is completely fine. If you want to get dreadlocks really fast, don't do twisting with gel. Choose another method that's quicker, like instant locking or interlocking or anything. Don't choose twisting with gel because it'll take a long time to lock up. But I would highly recommend, if you want your locks to look very clean down by the roots, to do retwists with twisting with gel. But if you want to be like Duke Dennis and even myself with twisting with gel to start out your locks and go through that process, then you should definitely go for it. It's definitely a fun experience. But that's really all Duke does, is he started out with twisting with gel, and then now he just does retwists. He doesn't do any hairstyles. I've not seen him do two-strand twists. I've not seen him do box braids. I've not seen him do barrel twists. He just leaves it like that. And I'm positive that he leaves it like this because of the people he's around typically don't do hairstyles. Now, of course, we see Kai Cenat do different hairstyles. Kai, he only does two-strand twists. So here's a quick recap if you want to get your dreadlocks just like Duke Dennis. Have a 4B hair type, start out with twisting with gel with a maximum hold locking gel, and then do retwists, and that's it. Now, of course, I'm sure he washes. And when it comes to retwist, it doesn't retwist that frequently either. I think he's retwisting at a good pace at about once every month, and that's why you see his locks get a little frizzy and a little puffy over time, and then every now and again you see them become tight and more mature looking. And after looking at these clips, it looks like he's leaning more towards a 4C hair type because of how thick his hair is. And another thing you'll notice about Duke's hair is that it's very compact and dense, which is another thing. Dense hair actually locks up a whole lot better because there's more hair.